Hi Pisces, welcome to your February, how they feel, next move, and love messages, love tarot reading. So Pisces, we are looking at the person on your mind, the one that you're thinking of at this time, no matter the circumstance or situation, and you just want to know, how is this person feeling right now about me? What could their next moves be, either in the connection or towards you? What do they have to tell me, along with actual love messages, which we have a separate oracle deck for the love messages at the end as well. Right now we have the numerology oracle. So I'm going to get you some opening messages with this deck and jump into your reading. But welcome in Pisces, welcome in. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time. If you are new or returning, welcome in and thank you. My name is Mary and this is Sunlight Insight Tarot, and this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, heavy placements, cross watchers, male or female, general collective reading. And do keep in mind, Pisces, that all readings should be considered timeless. This is when the messages come out. All right, so let's see what's going on. We have self-discipline, and we have 41, which is 5. 5s are about change. We have pride, and we have 19, which is 10. A 10 can be about full circle, completions, new beginnings, healing. This has been coming out a lot. So we have 66. 6 is a very healing, balanced energy. You wouldn't reduce that. And leadership, 81, which is 9, which is kind of like almost like 10, almost full circle, completion, and beginnings. Does this person have a little bit of pride and ego? Pisces, I'm also feeling like this person is very disciplined. They have a routine. They're very dedicated to like their routine, their work ethic, things of that nature. But I also feel like there's something here about reputation. Like they have to keep a reputation, right? They could be a leader, a business owner, entrepreneur, leader in some sort of way. I feel like this is something they need to heal, because for them it's all about status. It's all about reputation, and that kind of thing, and pride and ego in a way. And it doesn't mean that's a bad thing, but they may be more concentrated on that than actually a relationship, right? And you may be a little concerned, like, what does this mean? It's always about work, it's always about this, about that, and there's never much about us in the relationship or the connection or whatever the case may be. I feel like you may be feeling like other things are more important to them other than the connection with you, right? All right, Pisces. So let's see where this is going. All right, so we have the After Tarot. So we're going to do your reading with this deck, and then to close it out, we have the Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 2 by Mystic Moon. Now, it's not a Twin Flame reading. I'm just using that deck for the love messages, so keep that in mind. All right, Pisces, how they feel. Devil in reverse. That could be about letting go of the ego, right? Because that could be very self-centered, egotistical energy. In reverse, it's kind of the opposite. Death of an ego. What? Let's see. 9 of Wands. King of Pentacles. Hierophant reverse. Is this person telling you that they don't want anything serious? Because not only, the Hierophant can be upright or reverse, someone who is, who can be like a business owner, entrepreneur, leader, or work for a huge business or corporation. But in reverse, sometimes it could be about divorce. It could also be non-committal energy. So are they telling you, because the King of Pentacles is kind of the opposite of that. This person could work in finances, business, sales, but they're struggling here with something, right? I feel like this person knows they need to drop the ego, right? It's like they put up a facade. It's like they put up a false sense of how they truly feel, like wearing a false mask. Like they're wearing like a mask, and they're keeping like a reputation, and it could be not only with their work, but with you, not really letting on how they're truly feeling. Maybe even telling you, well, I don't want anything serious. I don't want a long-term relationship, no matter how good your connection is, right? And you may be feeling the opposite of that from them, but they're not letting on. I feel like there's a lot of denial, a lot of pride and ego, and not discussing how they truly feel, and just wearing a mask. And it's like they have to keep a reputation, right? Oh boy, Pisces. All right, so I'm going to mention the signs as I see them. It can be signs of chart people dealing with. If some signs don't resonate, it's totally fine. You can disregard them. Doesn't mean it's not your reading. We got Capricorn, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus. Yeah, the Lover's on the bottom of the deck. Exactly. So even though they're putting up all this, right, all this energy, right, they do feel the connection. It's right there, right? So that kind of clarifies what I said. Boy, okay. So let's see how they're feeling about you, Pisces. What else do we need to know about how they feel towards Pisces? Knight of Swords. Page of Wands. Now, it could have very quickly turned into a very passionate connection. So we do have the Page of Wands, which can be about fire, passion, excitement, flirting, and it may have taken off very quickly with that Knight of Swords energy. Five of Swords. Seven of Swords. Yikes. And the Emperor. Again, somebody who can be a business owner, entrepreneur, leader. We don't have any cups here. I mean, we did see the Lovers, but I mean, how they're feeling towards you. I mean, there's no cups showing up, right? That's because they're hiding it. They're hiding a lot here. I mean, the Seven of Swords, avoiding, you know, how they're telling you how they feel, which is sabotaging the whole thing with the Five of Swords here. And Emperor is very much in control of their feelings, emotions, right? But I think it did take off very fast into a passionate connection, right? The Sun in reverse. So not a happy energy. And I feel like they know you're not happy with the way they handle their feelings, emotions, and the connection, right? Showing it and saying, you know, oh boy. Well, let's see where this is going to go. So we have Aquarius, Sag, Aries. So let's see if they're going to make any moves, Pisces, in this. Or are they just going to keep up like this wall, right? There's definitely a wall that they're keeping up. So let's see, Pisces. Are they going to make any moves in this? What do we need to know? What do we need to know for Pisces? Sun reverse. Three of Swords. It is the after tarot, so I mean, this is about after, you know, the heart's been hurt and the healing, the swords falling out, but Six of Wands reversed. Now, upright, that can be about ego. You have Fate and Destiny here with the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Tower. So if they're getting the feeling that you're not happy, and like maybe they may lose you, whatever the case may be, I mean, they may actually have a wake-up call. There's something about them having a wake-up call here about how this is going to move forward, or if it would move forward, or whatever the case may be. So there's the wake-up call, how this is going to move forward. I mean, Six of Wands reverse is not feeling confident, not being successful. It could be dropping the ego. But there's a sense here of they may just sense and know that you're not happy. Right, Pisces? You're not happy with how this is going. And that may be a wake-up call for them. So whether you tell them or you tell, you know, whatever. There's a wake-up call here. So we have Leo, Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that holding back and hiding and having that wall up, right? The Four of Pentacles, right? I did feel that. I mean, we do have the Ace of Swords underneath, so that could be telling it like it is, right? Maybe something you said or did may wake them up. But let's see, like, why the Tower is here about their next move. That could be shock, change, surprise, revelations. Can be right now. Pisces. Eight of Cups. There's the distance. Two of Swords in reverse, though, is about making a decision to return. So somebody here, it could be you, Pisces, that distance yourself from them. And maybe you're not coming around or whatever, messaging them or whatever the case, like you always do. And that could be a little worrisome for them. Because now we have a decision being made to return. And treating you like the Empress that they should treat you like, right? And speaking with truth, clarity, communication, being honest. I definitely feel like this person was not doing that, right? So they know they have to be very open, honest, and vulnerable with you, or this just isn't going to work. So we have Libra, Taurus, Gemini. Seven of Cups. So a little confusion, illusion here, right? A lot that they were kind of just not talking about, concealing, you know, as well. Meaning, you know, their feelings, emotions, as well. Okay, so let's see what they want to tell you. What do they want to tell Pisces at this time? What do they want to tell Pisces at this time? What do they want to tell Pisces? All right, let's see. Also, if it does resonate, Pisces, please do like, comment, all the good things. Be greatly appreciated. So we're going to do what they like actually want to say to you with clarifiers. Then we'll get into the actual love messages. Hangman in reverse. So this is about getting up, taking action. Like, I know I've been stuck and I haven't been very revealing, you know, and I know that needs to change. So I'm ready to take action. And that's Pisces energy right there. Yeah, here comes some communication, Cupid's arrows, right? Being more open, communicative. We do have a strong connection here, and I do feel it. So that's me overcoming my challenges, my blocks, my ego, being strong, courageous, and brave, taking the lead for this connection, coming in with a more solid, stable, grounded offer, and our connection as well. So whatever that means for you, being more dedicated, being more present in the connection as well. And I know, you know, things weren't manifesting moving forward in this connection like should be. And I have that realization now because of things that were said, happened. All right, so we got Pisces, Leo, Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo. King of Cups. This King of Cups for me, this is more Pisces energy, but also for me, he wears that cloak. He can be very reclusive, you know, reserved. Doesn't show a lot, right? But does have a lot of love, emotions, feelings, right? Seven of Pentacles, kind of stalemating on that. But the connection is here, and they do feel it. Lovers. And do make each other very happy, even though they may not say it. Ten of Cups here. Star reverse. So things definitely becoming more out of balance. And they have that sense that you're not feeling fulfilled, right? And that's kind of what's waking them up. And it's definitely could lead down the road to commitment here. Four of Wands. Moving in, relocating. And there's that beginning in love, like you want it. Ace of Cups. Very single, independent energy. So I don't think there's any like third parties here in the picture. But they're starting to feel a little sad, loss, loneliness because of, you know, I think maybe you pull back your energy, Pisces, right? Things definitely are starting to feel out of alignment for them because of their holding back in their ways, right? But I think that's all about to change here, Pisces, right? It doesn't usually take a wake-up call, unfortunately. All right. So let's get you some love messages. See what else you need to know. For Pisces, let's see what else you need to know. Also, everything else you need to know is down below in the description box, so you can check that out. All the links, all the info, it's all down there. All right, Pisces. All right, let's see. You're all I've ever wanted. Yeah, even though they didn't say it. I feel a special bond with you that I've never felt before. Am I good enough for you? Now, I'm feeling like you may have been questioning that because of the way they are, right? Like, well, maybe I'm just not good enough for them, right? And they probably have that sense that you may feel that way, right? I'm working towards a better future. I definitely feel like I said, it's a lot about work for them. Money, career, work, right? Karma is a bitch. I finally got mine. So I think that's them feeling now, you know, the sad, the loneliness, the separation a little bit, the pullback of energy. And now they feel it, right? You were feeling disappointed that they weren't so open at keeping that facade going. And now they feel it, right? I wish I had told you how much you really meant to me. Yeah, there's a lot of things said here that need to be said. That is for sure. All right, Pisces, that's what I have for you. So I do hope that helped, that resonated. Again, everything you need to know is down below. I am wishing you the best, and I shall see you next time.